Welcome to today's video. In today's video, we are going to be learning the lookup function. We are going to be learning the Xlookup function to be precise. So why are we going to the X? What happened to V and H? So Xlookup is the combination of both the VLOOKUP and then the HLOOKUP. Now, what is this lookup about? We have a question here, the salary compensation schedule for the month of February. We have these sheets, the employee number, employee name, departments, and then the grade level. Your grade level determines your basic salary, your housing, your transportation, your leave allowances, your meal allowances to your gross pay. We also have another sheet which is called the lookup sheet. In this lookup sheet, we have the grade level and then the amount allocated for each of these grade levels, from the senior assistant to the director. For us to fill it in for each of our employees, we can do it manually, but it can be very time consuming. So that's why we are using formula to answer the question. And then the function we are going to be using is the Xlookup. So let's start. So equal to Xlookup tab. Now the first argument is the lookup value. So the lookup value is the value you want to search for. So we want to search for the senior assistant basic salary. And the lookup value must also be in the other sheet, which is your lookup sheet. Now, what is our lookup value? Our lookup value is SA because we want to find basic salary for senior assistant. So comma. Next is the lookup array. So lookup array is the column that they have in common. So I come here, which is the grade level, comma. The next argument is the return array. So the return array is an array. And when you hear array has to do with a list of numbers, a list of values. Now, so what's our return array? So our return array is the result we want to get. It is the result we want to get. So we will highlight from B2 to B10. Then I close the bracket and I say enter. Go to get the basic salary, which is 150,000 for senior assistant. Let's go to sheet 5 and cross check. So senior assistant, 150,000. Beautiful. Now let's double click to fill in the cell. Now I double click to fill in the cell. You notice that I'm having NA and NA here. So what do we do? Observe this second cell, which is cell E, cell F6, which is cell F6. Now if you look at our formula, we see that it went to cell E6, beautiful, which is what we want, E6. Then comma from sheet 5. It went to cell A3 and A11. From A3 to A11, let's see. A3 to A11. So it means that it is moving and it moved outside the range of array or range of cell that we highlighted. And the same is for the return array. So it moved from B2 to B3 to B11. So let's go again. Let's observe this NA and see what happened there. The first thing is the lookup value, which is cell E, cell E10, exactly what we want, comma, from sheet 5, A7 to A15, let's see. A7 to A15, which is way outside the range of cell we are working with. So for us to do that, we are going to do absolute referencing, which has to be looking at the column or looking at the row so that it doesn't move, so it doesn't change. So once to do that, I come to the first question, where I go to my formula, which is cell F5, and then I lock in the row and then the column, click on function F4. I can just click on it once. I come to A10, and click on function F4. I come to B2, click on function F4, and then B10, click on function F4, and click on enter. Now let us fill the whole cell. Now we've locked in both the rows and the column. You see now it has filled in all of the cells, so we don't have any anymore. So let's repeat what we just did. Now we have for housing equal to lookup. The first argument is the lookup value, SA, comma. Now, what is the lookup array? We'll go to our lookup sheet and highlight from grade A2 to A10, comma. The next argument is the return array. So we want to return for housing, the allowance for housing. So I highlight from C2 to C10 and I close my bracket. And then I double click. Now you notice we still have this NA. It means that our formula had left the range. It had left from A2 to A10. Also lock in the rows and the columns so it doesn't move. Remember what we say we'll do? We use the function F4, function F4, and I press enter. Now I will fill in, and we don't have any NA anymore. So we can also format this cell. I go to the home tab, and then I click on the $sign and remove decimal twice. Go ahead and do the same thing using the same formula to fill in the whole sheet from basic to gross pay. But we can actually use only one formula to fill everything up. Let's try that out. So I highlight here and delete. Let's try it to the formula. Just one formula to fill everything up. Equal to Xlookup, lookup value. So the lookup value is cell A5. Now what we do now is to lock in the column. We want to remain in column E, but we want it to be moving from column E5 to E6 to E7 to the end of the sheet. So for us to lock it in, we'll click on function F4 3 times, comma. Now what's our lookup array? So we'll move here, highlight, and then lock in, which is function F4. Then comma. The next argument is the return array. So it's going to be from B2 to H10. Then we'll do our function F4 too. So, and we close our brackets. Now you see it has filled for all the rows. This is the allowance for one of our staff, one of our employees. So we can now fill in the whole cell. Click on this plus button here and fill it in. Just one formula. We've filled in the whole columns. We're able to now answer the question, the salary compensation for each of the employee, their basic salary, from their basic salary to their gross pay. Thank you for watching today's video. If you have any questions, drop it in the comment section. If you want a more detailed video on how to do relative everything and absolute everything, drop it in the comments. Don't forget to like, share, and leave a comment. Please subscribe. Thank you so much for watching today's video. See you in the next.